Selena's killer, Yolanda Saldivar, files for 2025 parole as inmates reveal there's a bounty on her head. Yeah. What a headliner. Let's read a little bit. The woman serving life sentence for the 1995 murder of Tejano icon Selena has filed paperwork to try to get released next year. As inmates tell the Post, there's a bounty on her head behind bars. A rep at the Texas Department of Criminal Justice said killer Yolanda Saldivar, uh, you know, killer, murderer, murderer.
Murder, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
cold-blooded killer, murderer.
Yes.
How about that? If you're gonna say killer's like almost too nice nowadays. Cold-blooded killer, murderer. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me read. Now 64, has no blemishes on her record that will keep the parole board from holding a hearing in March to determine whether to release her. So this is happening in March. The parole board. Wow. So she has no record like this whole time. 30 years later, she had
Mhm.
she's had a good record, I guess. Which goes a long way. And she was pretty young, as she's only 64 now. To me, she always looks 64.
Yeah.
Saldivar fatally shot 23-year-old superstar Queen of Tejano Selena Quintanilla Perez on March 31st, 1985, in a hotel room in Corpus Christi. They should say two, during a confrontation, shot her in the back
Mm-hmm.
as she turned away and left the hotel room. Selena believed that Saldivar, a founder of the fan club, had embezzled more than
Mm.
$60,000 and the singer was planning to fire her. According to the TDCJ, Selena's family will likely get official notice in January of the Saldivar's parole hearing. Can you imagine that parole hearing if the Quintanilla family shows up?
It is going to be hot. I mean, just the amount of heartbreak that they have had to go through
Yeah.
with this, especially since Selena was, murdered in cold blood, shot in the back, literally in the prime of her life. She was a young girl. Her
Mm.
star was literally rising, and this happens. It's
I mean,
so bad.
how you're an impartial parole board member. You're just looking at the evidence of her rehabilitation. Where could she go? Like, let's say you give her parole. Where could she go? She can't leave the state, I'd imagine. And I'd imagine leaving the state is probably the only way she could, not be killed. I literally believe there will be Selena fans, rabid fans, those crazy nuts that would do
Hmm.
something like this, that would go and try to shoot her.
Yeah, I agree. One of the things about the whole Selena case was just how things can go in certain fandoms, especially when you have some people like at the manager levels who will not see that talent as a separate autonomous person,
Mm-hmm.
and they tend to just control that person for their for their own gain. So
Absolutely. The convict, who is at the Patrick L. O'Daniel unit in Gatesville, Texas, which also houses the women in the state, the women in the state on death row, has long maintained she didn't kill Selena and that her death was accidental. Well, you did kill her, but you're maintaining that it was an accident. I saw that recent documentary. Um, I was convicted by public opinion even before my trial started, Selena Saldivar said in a prison interview for last year's Peacock documentary, Selena and Yolanda, The Secrets Between Them. She maintained that she had meant to kill herself, not Selena at the time. But a jury didn't believe her and convicted her and slapped her with a life in prison with the possibility of parole after 30 years. A relative of Saldivar recently told the Post that the killer feels as if she is a political prisoner behind bars and that she believes that she has paid her debts to society. That's not being a political prisoner, my friend. You didn't
no,
go in for your politics. You didn't go in because
no,
you voted for Trump.
nah.
Nah. Keeping her in prison isn't going to do any good, said the cousin. It's time for her to get out. That's Abraham Quintanilla. That's Selena's father. I'm sorry. Did you want to add anything? Lorena?
The one thing that I wanted to add, and well,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, I'm not hearing any remorse whatsoever
Mm-hmm.
emanating from this woman, even through the cousins, or just she's a political prisoner. No remorse, no, she's sorry for what happened. As for saying she meant to kill herself, well, the ballistics report probably proved that was wrong. How can you
I
try to kill
mean, the
yourself?
timeline of the documentary makes points it out pretty well. You had a few weeks to kill yourself, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
And then what'd you do? You went and got a job somewhere else. I mean, I don't argue that she was, loca off her rocker, and she was probably bipolar, seriously, to where one day she was going to kill herself, the next day she's going to just, all right, let me start my new life,
Mm-hmm.
to maybe feeling, oh man, they're all against me, and that's why I'm going to, shoot my best friend. Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Wow. All right, let's finish up this article. Inmates at the prison where Saldivar is being held told the Post that she is consistently a target, forcing her to be housed in private protective custody. Everyone knows who Yolanda Saldivar is, said Marisol Lopez, who is serving along time alongside her from who served time alongside her from 2017 to 2022. There's a bounty on her head. Like everyone wants a piece of her. The guards keep her away from everyone else because she's hated so much. If she were out in general population, someone would try to take her down. Absolutely. I mean, her in general population, like the story would not be existing.
No.
She would have been dead. There's a beautiful photo of Selena. I know, right? It hurts every time you look at her. Look at a
Uh,
beautiful photo of her. I mean,
so
no one's an angel, and obviously she wasn't. But she had little extramarital affairs, whatever. But that's not that's they got nothing to do with her murder. Another former inmate, Yesenia Dominguez, said Saldivar was always a common subject of discussion in the prison yard. Everyone was like, "I'm gonna do it like." Let me have 5 minutes with that bitch, Dominguez says. Everyone wanted to get justice for Selena. There's a target on her back. Wow. In 2018, Selena's father, Abraham Quintanilla, told Univision's Primer Impacto that other inmates had been threatening Saldivar's life. To this day, we still receive letters from women who are in the same prison where they say they're waiting for her, he said at the time. They say they're going to kill her. There are bad women in there, women who have murdered other people in the past. That's why they're in there. They have nothing to lose. Saldivar claims that she will live with relatives and find a job if she is set free. Whoa, whoa. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. A couple things to unpack, right? First of all, the killers there in saying that they wanted to kill her, they
mm-hmm.
didn't do a good job because she's still alive. And also, too, Yolanda wants a job. She want you. How is she going to get a job?
With a uh felony on her. I don't know. It just
I got you.
I, I
Huh?
just I just can't. Again, just
You're
the
dumbfounded.
lack of remorse
Yeah.
from this is what I'm missing. So
Yeah.
I don't
Totally.
know if that's just what they didn't put in the article,
Totally.
but I have never really heard like genuine remorse. So if you're on that parole board, probably that's what they're going to look for. Are you sorry for what you did? And they'll probably have her prison psychiatrist and everyone else, add to the parole case. But I really feel so bad for Selena's family because I can't even imagine the type of memories this is going to dredge up where you have to go and face your child's killer. And I do
Your,
want to emphasize that your
your
child's
sisters,
kill.
they're all alive. They were all tight. They were the band. The brother wrote all her hits. The sister drummed all her beats. I
Mhm,
mean, yeah, yeah. You're exactly right. All it's gonna do right now is, dredge up these memories and that time, right, of when she was killed.
mhm,
It's like when Kennedy got shot for a lot of these fans in Texas. What we do know is that that documentary last year was the highest rated documentary on the network ever. So I did watch it, for the channel. We did review it,
Hmm.
and we got a lot of reaction. And I ultimately, Lorena, it was a feeble attempt by her and her family members to humanize her in a way to where she's on some level an innocent victim, and it's just like, you know you're grasping for straws. You should just say, you know what, I did it. I was out of my mind. I was out of my body, whatever it was. I regret it
Hmm.
every day, and I've been here 30 years. That's it. That's it. That's it. It's like Morgan Freeman in Shawshank. Want to tell that young kid? You want to tell that young Yolanda? You fucked up. Now just go ahead and put parole denied, so I can get back to my.
And they approved it.
They, them brothers legit approved. Any closing thoughts on this?
um, Again, I just feel bad for for the family. Honestly, prison is the safest place for this chick to be.
Yeah,